11 top 10 hits, including a #1 single, 4 top 10 albums, one of which also hit the top spot, and a prestigious Ivor Novello Award. In the 90s, E17 ruled the airwaves.
I couldn't really believe that something like this could happen to me. But at the same time, I thought, how can this ever go wrong? I've come from nothing anyway, so anything that happens along this ride is a touch. But how wrong I was. I was wrong.
It's 1992. Britain is going crazy for boy bands, and Pop, Take That, have broken through to become the biggest pop band in the UK.
Take That, you let them take care of your grandma's funeral arrangements.
The record companies decided to put out and release and manage an alternative, a bit of a dirtier, scruffier, edgier boy band, and that's where we first met Brian Harvey.
With E17, you think, no, they're not coming anywhere near anything of mine. I'm frightened. They're probably cock and balls my car. They felt dangerous, which is exactly what, for me, a pop group should be like.
We was just being ourselves, but they saw it as a big marketing tool.
In the early 90s, E17 were absolutely massive, and they had loads of hits.
Brian Harvey was my teen idol. I absolutely loved him.
When we first got famous in E17, everyone was right on their face, sign their tits, sign their arms, sign my baby, sign my fucking record, sign a picture of me then. It was unbelievable.
You listen to Brian Harvey's voice, it's fantastic. I can't believe that he never grew up singing. He's a great singer.
Don't you know we've come too far now?
He was a saviour of Christmas.
I think they had the biggest Christmas single for a lot of years of Stay Another Day.
Baby, if you got to go away, don't think I can take the pain.
Stay Another Day was a #1 for weeks, beating Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
At the height of E17, we was going around the world. Everyone knew who you are. You wasn't rich, but you had money.
E17 were actually bigger than Take That, not in this country, but in Europe.
Places like Moscow, Red Square, and done a concert in front of a million people.
How you doing this side? At the back?
Never felt so small in my life.
Massive band, arena band, tour after tour, platinum album after album, millions and millions of records worldwide.
It was just madness, and I used to look at myself in the mirror when I was having a piss and go, you're in E17.
Things went a bit wrong for E17 midpoint during their career in the 90s when Brian Harvey gave an interview to a radio journalist.
And he goes, oh yeah, Tony Mortimer. So he gave her an interview the other day to The Guardian and that, and where he was quite open and candidly talking about certain drugs and stuff. And he said, have you ever done it? And I said, I'm thinking back now, he was talking openly, I've talked openly as well. I've done pills myself. I've done 12 one night, you know what I mean? Loads of them. I've been off it on them, do you know what I mean? And the thing is if you bang one, you go out, you have a good night. Obviously, they only want the quote now. I haven't got a journalist that's on my side and seeing what I'm saying. He's just got the quote that he needs to go and ruin me.
The lead singer of the pop group E17 has been condemned for saying it's safe to take the drug ecstasy.
By 5:30 the next morning, I was all over the news.
Brian's remarks had come 2 years after the tragic death of teenager Leah Betts, who died of ecstasy poisoning in 1995.
He's promoting the use of ecstasy, and with the young people that follow him, it's so dangerous, it's so irresponsible, I can't believe it.
Radio stations across the country have banned E17's music.
They made me feel like I gave the girl the pill that killed her. And it was terrible. It was terrible.
The lead singer of the pop group E17 paid the price tonight for saying ecstasy was safe.
I was dropped very, very quickly, like literally the next day.
If that was Noel Gallagher or Liam Gallagher talking about it from Oasis, it would have been no big deal.
I'm not telling everyone to go out there and take it. I'm really sorry for the way things come out. At the time, if I'd have known about the Leah Betts story, I would never have said nothing.
Going from having it all taken away from you, I think would probably be a struggle for anyone.
To be dropped from a huge height in front of the public was too much for anyone to handle.
It leaves you frustrated, it leaves you with mental problems, and at the end of it, you just feel like I've just been ragged out here completely.
But in the years that followed, Brian struggled to recapture the heights of E17.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Brian.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Ali Campbell from UB40.
Ali Campbell!
Everything was quiet for quite a long time. I've done a couple of little bits and pieces. And then, yeah, the car accident.
The story that became famous about Brian in 2005 was he turns up at his friend's house, he's finding a parking space.
That's it, right? So, pulled up here. This is the view that I got that night. I pulled up it, and then I've stopped and I've got that watery mouth syndrome and that, and I thought, so I opened the door and I've been sick. The car is in automatic, I've been sick, I've come back in, I'm all like that, the car's going backwards because my foot is still on the thing.
He's got his foot out the door, and for some reason, his other foot slips on the pedal.
And where the car's going backwards, I've gone, I'm like that, right? So, fuck knows how I've ended up under there.
His foot gets caught under the wheel and he runs himself over.
And then I got dragged through the remainder down here, under the car, came out and must have went out here. It was just frightening. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. I thought I was finished. My mate's come up the road. He's pulled me out from under the car, and when he's pulled me out, all of this bit was just, he said, you was just like a snake.
The press took a lighter view, reporting that Brian had been sick, having eaten too many jacket potatoes.
When I saw the story about the jacket potato, I just thought, oh, fucking, there you go. You know, take it out of context. Don't concentrate on the bit that matters. Let's make light-hearted and make a joke out of it. Everyone laughs at it, but if you actually have a look at the X-ray, you see the damage that was done. I mean, that pelvis was broke in 7 or 8 places. You can see it. It's supposed to be like that. It's turned round. It wasn't until a few years later that I decided to sort of... I mean, everyone was talking about it anyway, so I thought, right, we might as well make a joke out of it.
When you see man up in German with doors wide open, rolling back, man's been sick in his German with the jacket, potatoes, trees and that.
Brian's not had an awful lot to smile about since. He's battled with depression and is living on benefits, leaving him with strong feelings towards the music industry.
I've left the industry now. I've left it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. I really don't.
And in 2015, he voiced this anger online.
My name's Brian Harvey. A few years ago, I had a #1 record, yeah? Sold 1 million copies in this country. Over the past 15 years, I've been treated like a complete I've got no fucking heating. I'm getting abused by the police. I'm getting abused by the court system. I'm getting abused by the CPS. And I've fucking had enough of all of you. Come this way.
It's like he was calling a big press conference. 2 blokes and another woman with a camera, and he leads them down the road and then up a little alley where there's a couple of bins.
But I just wanted Watkins, the manager, to know what I feel about everything. E17, 1 million subs. This is what it fucking means. That's what I think of your fucking music industry.
And he does it in the alley and smashes it, angry with the industry that have let him down.
Smashing up his multi-platinum disc for the E17 #1 single, Stay Another Day. Now that is some serious beef.
That's what I think of your fucking music industry.
It's never going to endear you.
See? I'm a peaceful person, and I pick my rubbish up.
And then they bent down and tidied up, put all the glass in the wheelie bins really nicely.
I can be angry any fucking time.
I kind of love him a bit for that, because he's, you know, he's angry, but he's very conscientious.
As good as things may have been at their height, at the end of it, you fucked everything. I've got no good memories now. I've got no good memories from it. None. All I know is I worked my bollocks off for that group and all of them people to end up with nothing, be on benefits. Tony don't bother talking to me.